Okay, good afternoon. My name is Matt Hill from Wiltshire Martial Arts and Bushcraft Adventures, and if you're watching this you're probably either getting ready to come on one of our trips or experiences, or maybe just here to get some ideas. What I'm going to show you is pretty much the military way of packing kit, the type of kit you'll need, the best way to pack it for most eventualities. It's not the only way and it's not exhaustive, but I hope you find some of it useful. So what we're going to start with is, this is a standard military issue rucksack or Bergen. You notice these pouches on the side are rocket pouches, they're called. There's another one that goes on the other side, but I'm doing a short trip and I won't need this, so in this space I'm going to put my roll mat. One of the key things you need to think about when you go out into the woods, the wilderness, or on a trek is to make sure that you keep as much of your kit dry and waterproof as you can. Nothing is more uncomfortable than sleeping in wet clothes. So the first thing we're going to do is take our bivvy bag and put this in the Bergen. So we're going to use this as a kind of dry liner. So we're going to put this in the bottom, space it out, make sure it's not folded over anywhere, and make room to put everything else inside it. Then at the end we'll close this up, turn it, and that's an extra bit of waterproofing that'll hopefully keep all your kit dry. Okay, we're about to go on a trip tomorrow, and even though it's high summer, pretty warm, I always take a 3 or 4 season sleeping bag because it's easy to take clothes off, but it's not easy to put stuff on. You can get cold nights at any time of the year, so unless space is a premium, go for the big ones. So we're going to stuff this in. You can take it out of its own stuff sack. It allows you to maximise the space a little bit more, and really just push this down. So you lift the liner up, really squeeze it down with your feet, fill every inch at the bottom of the bag. Then what we're going to do, thinking about safety, always carry a small first aid kit, just with basic things you need, maybe ibuprofen, plasters, some bandages, scissors, tweezers, that kind of thing. Just your basic kind of first aid kit. That always goes inside the top flap lid. At the start of a trip I'll tell everyone exactly where that is so that they know. My first water bottle and a metal mug. Metal mug because it means I don't need to carry 2 cooking utensils. I can cook for boiling the bag rations, I can squeeze them in here, cook the water, and then use that same water for drinking tea, so you don't have to carry more than one vessel. Then all of the kit is laid out kind of in the order that I'll need it. So next in goes my warm kit. So I've got a warm downy jacket in there and a couple of spare t-shirts. And you notice these are all waterproof again in Ziploc bags. You can buy them from pretty much any military store. And in here I've got a spare pair of trousers, socks, pants, and a top and a pair of camp shoes, so that when I stop at the end of the day I can take all of this sweaty gear, maybe it's rained and I'm absolutely soaking wet, I can take all of this off, put fresh, clean, dry kit on, and unless you've experienced it, you can't underestimate the value of having dry, fresh kit to put on at the end of a long day. Okay, next on our camp we're going to be doing a bit of swimming, but this is my towel, shorts and water shoes for swimming. Then here I've just got a couple of bits of kit that are gloves, a hat if it's raining, and a mosquito net and a woolly hat. Again, at camp at night can get a bit chilly even in summer, so they go somewhere handy. So I put those in one of the side pouches there. maybe at this point we'll talk about sort of the day clothes. So while you're walking, travelling, your sort of day clothes that you don't mind getting wet and dirty. Got some walking boots. Best to have boots that kind of cover the ankle, especially when you're carrying weight over uneven ground. It's so easy to turn an ankle. Light trousers that'll dry quick, and layering on your clothing. So I've only got a t-shirt on now, so because it's quite warm. But what I'd probably wear starting out in the morning is a long sleeve t-shirt with a t-shirt over the top, and then a nice waterproof jacket over the top of that. So then, as it gets warmer, you can take the layers off and manage your energy and your heat through your layering. As soon as it gets cold, you put more layers on. As soon as you get hot and sweating, you take the layers off. That conserves energy and helps to keep you warm or cool as you're walking. Getting towards the top of the Bergen now, we're going to put in there a hammock. This is optional, and basher, or a tarp, whatever you want to call it. This goes right in the top of your Bergen, because as soon as you stop, if it's hammering down with rain, what you don't want to do is having to be pulling out all of this and getting it all soaking wet while you're setting up camp. So the first thing that comes out is your basher. You can get that strung up between the trees, give you a dry place to work under, and then you can take your time with the rest of it. So that sits right in the top. Okay, then from there, we're going to roll this up. Just roll the top over. Gives it a further bit of waterproofing, and tuck it down and in. Bergen packed. Okay, then we've got a couple of useful items that you don't want in your pack that you can get easy access to during the day. So we've got a small umbrella, bit of paracord, a head torch. Always good to bring some spare batteries for that, and they're in this waterproof pack here that I'll come on to. A folding saw, very useful, and your knife in its sheath. A couple of useful things, maybe sometimes a bungee. So these can go here, easy to get access to useful items at any point. And that zips up nice and secure. Then in here you've got camp stove and cooking equipment. Pretty lean and mean, just a very simple stove that connects up that way. 2 or 3 minutes, get it on, get a brew going, some hot food, and nothing restores your morale on a cold, wet day like having easy access to a warm drink and food. Also in here is my knife, fork, spoon, and a plate, a small plastic plate. So that goes in a side pouch, because you'll probably use this a couple of times during the day. It's always good to be quite methodical with where this stuff is, so that at night, when you're tired, it's dark, you can pretty much close your eyes and know exactly where in your rucksack everything is. Or when you're tired, or if you're going down, then having easy access to it, knowing exactly where it is when minutes are precious, makes things much easier and can be a lifesaver. I always carry 2 1-litre water bottles, spare one in there. Final couple of things. If you didn't have a spare side, then what you do is put your roll mat underneath here and clip down over the top. So everything's nice and neat, tucked in, pull it down. Then put your roll mat through these side arms. And then one further rainproofing thing you can do is to have a rain cover. It just sits on the top. So there is everything you'd need for an expedition. I know exactly where it is. I know it's going to look after me because I've waterproofed it, packed it well. And it's timeless kit. Nearly all of this kit I've had for about 15 years. Been on numerous camps, expeditions, and through military service, and it still looks after me well. Final test, bring it up. Jump up and down. See if you're clanging and banging about like an old tinker. If you are, check the kit, retighten it down. You don't want to be clomping around. I mean, for most people it doesn't make any difference, but I prefer not to be sounding like a marching band as I walk through the forest. So just check it, make sure it's not clinking and tinking, and you're good and set to go. And the final bits in this waterproof pack, I've got compass, a map, a notebook and pencil if I need to remember something, or in the woodlands a moment of inspiration comes to you that you want to capture. You can put your phone in there if you need to, and my basic firelighting equipment is in here, and this is kept in a waterproof bag, in a waterproof pocket, in a waterproof jacket on the body. Firelighting kit is pretty essential, you don't want to lose that. Okay, I hope you found it useful. Let me know if you've got any questions. Thank you very much.